This video is sponsored by Even Realities.
So, I'm here at the office, I'm packing for Samsung Unpacked, and well, apparently I have no internet. This is just great. But I never give up, so I decided to take my S25 Ultra and USB tether it to provide internet to my PC. Like, take a look at this. Yes, sir. And we have internet right there. So, yeah, this is why I just love my S25 Ultra, but I'm gonna go pick up my S26 Ultra.
Listen, if you're new to the channel, I'm all about tech and experiences. And entertainment. I live with tech, review it in real-world scenarios, and entertain you guys with it. This time, we are going to San Francisco for Unpacked, which I was invited by Samsung.
This is my rep, Katie. She gives me free phones. And this is my rep, Marta. She also gives me free phones.
The interesting thing is that I'm going to bring you guys with me as I experience Unpacked. So we will be taking a look at this phone together, put it to the test, and actually talk about why this release felt a bit downplayed in a way.
What is going on, guys? Listen, we're here for the S26 Ultra. This video is all about the first look of the S26 Ultra. I'm actually gonna get to take a unit home, so I'm very happy about that because I'm gonna be switching from the S25 Ultra to the S26 Ultra in this trip. Anyways, let's go to the first round of events of the S26 Ultra. We'll talk about everything you need to know in this video, so stay tuned. And also, I'm gonna try to entertain you guys as much as possible. If you guys enjoy these videos, subscribe. Well, when I used to have DaVinci and Pop OS,
yeah, my buddy moved there.
Boom, boom, boom. Put this on right here. Go. Media. Yeah.
Okay, so this here is me bringing you guys into the behind the scenes of Galaxy S26 Ultra. Although I'm not going to try to hold you hostage with a long intro, so if you rather just get straight to it, feel free to jump to the first look and unboxing using the timestamps below. But listen, I'm just trying to make you guys enjoy this experience. I'm here with a bunch of other YouTubers, getting briefed on the devices, having the reps explain to us how booths are situated, because well, the reality of things, guys, is that whether it's Google, Samsung, Apple, a lot of the times, these companies like showcasing their latest features in order for us to talk about them. Listen, it gets a bit overwhelming in these type of places, I must admit that. So usually what I try to do is to tackle the main features right away, like for example, privacy display. Samsung's privacy display is a new screen technology on the Galaxy S26 Ultra that limits side angle visibility of the display. And you've probably already seen it right online, where the S26 Ultra uses a combination of two different pixel types in its OLED panel to make this happen. Samsung turns off the wide pixels and uses only the narrow ones for this, which means that it effectively acts like a built-in privacy screen protector. It's actually incredible because it can become genuinely useful in different situations depending on how you choose to use it.
Alright guys, so I was able to find the S26 Ultra because they're kind of hard to find right now. This is a black one. Everyone has one, but anyways. So the way you enable privacy display, you go down here into the control panel, I guess, control center. You click on privacy display and bam, you have these options right here. You can turn it on right there. Take a look at this. It's freaking cool. Look at that. Look at those angles. Bam. You see that? And yeah, like I said, like the cool thing about it is that you can enable this for only notifications if you want, and you can be selective about which apps you want that this feature to be enabled for, right? So messages, notifications, WhatsApp notifications, email notifications, you can be very selective, and also you can be selective on which app you want the entire screen to be enabled to. You understand? So that's freaking awesome. It's a really cool feature.
Yeah, that was one booth I spent a lot of time within. There were like so many booths in this place, implementing different scenarios of what the S26 Ultra can deliver this year. But you see, a lot of it has to do with software, like lots of agents creating different routines for you, the Uber app acting on your behalf to maybe book rides for different purposes, being able to find the exact photos someone on text might be inquiring after, I don't know, going to a long trip to a place like Australia. And of course, there were also smaller features that actually matter, like the built-in document scanner, which is huge for someone like me who's constantly scanning receipts for the business. Unpacked in this form has become very software based, and well, I'm more of a hardware software guy in the way that I enjoy new hardware implementation and using software to optimize its use. And with that feeling, I won't lie, the way the cameras were presented felt a little disappointing. In fact, as a S25 Ultra user, it's mainly all I wanted to know about. And don't get me wrong, this new largest vapor chamber ever is cool, plus being able to get a 75% charge in just 30 minutes is actually amazing. But for me, aside from a bigger battery of course, the biggest thing that's been needing some love are the cameras, especially after having used a phone like the Find X9 Pro for example. And yeah, camera wise, this entire event was heavily focused on AI. Luckily though, the boys and I realized later on as the days went by that the cameras were actually downplayed, and during all the product demos, not once did anyone really emphasize things like the post-processing, the video pipeline, or APV 422. Yet those were some of the areas I ended up testing myself, and honestly, they were extremely impressive.
Okay, keeping this short and sweet for you guys. Listen, privacy screen feature, it's amazing. That's cool. Hardware, software blending in, having all these pixels do different things to be able to output that. It's amazing. I love that. The cameras, I wasn't really able to play with them. It was mostly all about AI stuff. I know you guys are fed up about AI. Let's just leave it at that. Once I get my device, I'm going to do some comparisons with the S25 Ultra quickly. You know, S26, S25 Ultra first look in terms of pictures, see the colors, see the sharpness, see the contrast, see all of that. And then, well, I'm going to put my case on and protect it, I think. Not 100% sure, but I really like the new design. It feels really good at hand. I actually kind of want to run it naked now that I'm thinking about it because it's nice.
At the end of the day, the number one thing really is this: what life is actually like with the S26 Ultra. Because you know what? To me, the S25 Ultra has been a fantastic phone in terms of productivity. It's a phone I use a lot as a little computer, whether I'm using it to transfer footage from my SSD, generating all the scripts these glasses have been able to summarize for me during our briefs, watching content as I do so, exporting PDFs from the Even app. Every day with the S25 Ultra has been, for the most part, a degree of freedom in my workflow. But the problem is, there was so much information to regurgitate during this event, but the cool part is that I was able to condense all of it because of the Even Realities G2. So I needed a way to record these conversations and transcribe them smartly without sitting there buried in my phone taking chaotic notes. And that's where the Conversate feature was like a game changer. Instead of typing notes while someone is explaining camera processing pipelines or on-device AI models, I could just focus, actually listen, ask better follow-up questions. Like this, when I was heading back to the hotel to reflect on everything that happened that day, I had clean, structured summaries with proper information laid out and not just messy blocks of text. So Even actually generates proper subchapters with bullet points and organized breakdowns. Really, every session I had recorded had like a key topic with supporting details and summarizing what actually mattered. And then the translation feature from Korean to English, oh my god, was it extremely impressive. We had some parts of the presentation and some side discussions that were in Korean, and I used live translation for this. Even when the speakers weren't super loud, it was able to pick up a lot of what the presenter was saying, and it was able to interpret it like extremely well. I'd say it was about 90% accurate. The only moments it struggled were with super complex technical acronyms or very niche terminology, which honestly makes sense, but for understanding context and keeping up in real time, it was really solid. I didn't have to pull out my phone once really. You can pair all of this, by the way, with the Ring. It's such a simple ring, but it lets me control everything discreetly without bothering anyone with my movements, scroll through summaries, switch modes, navigate, all without touching the phone. So I'm standing outside a global launch event, right? Controlling my prompts and summaries with a ring and nobody around me even realizes. And the design is what makes it all work. No camera, lightweight titanium frame, nothing flashy. It just looks like regular glasses. And that's what I like about it. It doesn't feel like I'm wearing tech. It feels like I just upgraded how I process information for the S26 Ultra. They just go so well together, it's like the perfect everyday carry for it. I will say, I will be rocking the phone without a case finally, and everything you'll see this year with the S26 Ultra in terms of design is practically the same as the S25 Ultra, except for this new aluminum chassis and this camera design, which becomes a bit more annoying without a case. But yeah, there are a lot of more curved edges now. The corner radius is noticeably more aggressive. It's nice. I actually like this phone. I like the feel of it because it's more rounded. It's a bit like going back to the S22 Ultra, if that makes sense. Although by doing so, the S Pen can only now go in one single orientation because the top of it does curve. In fact, if you put it the other way, it will have this little pop to it, so be careful. Other than this, they haven't changed much at all. Buttons, antennas, everything is just sort of the same. Like I said, it's mainly these new curved edges, and the weight, even though they claim it's lighter, honestly it's barely noticeable. Like you gotta like pick them up side by side. Anyways, the screen though, there are differences and they are extremely subtle to a certain degree. Of course, it's rounder at its corners. It also gets a little annoying to use without a case when it's sitting on a table because the camera design makes it wobble. But I've realized the biggest difference here is actually the color calibration. The S26 Ultra renders colors a bit differently. The S25 Ultra leans more towards cooler tones with extra blues and inky contrast, while the S26 Ultra shifts slightly warmer with more yellows and greens. Personally, I find that a touch better. It's a touch better this year. Hardly noticeable though, because you really gotta put these phones side by side to even see the difference. And weirdly enough, something I'm not a fan of, the punch hole actually looks bigger this year, and I'm not entirely sure why.
Sleep on it? Yeah, like 3 hours.
My Uber here, bro. Yeah, we're riding in style. So whenever we're out, we only ride black. We only ride black.
What did he say?
Yeah!
Ride what?
Bro, did you hear that?
Morning, sir. So this is actually, I think, my third unpack or second unpack, and it's always been in San Jose. So this is my first time being in San Francisco for unpack. Look at that. Pretty freaking cool, right?
Unpacked with the boys is always fun. We always have cool stories to tell and lots of fun, really. Maybe a bit too much fun sometimes. But these iSheep boys, they are all awesome. And they all love their iPhone.
Jeez. Smile, bro. Give me a smile, bro.
Love you, boys. No, but anyhow, this is Unpacked. This is what you guys get to see on TV or on YouTube when it comes to the unveiling of the devices. And it's honestly a really good time when you don't know what you're about to experience. Because, well, for a lot of us, it's not as exciting because the past few days were mostly pre-briefings about what we were going to see today. And as all of this unfolds, you'll notice a lot of creators posting similar content at the same time, and that's because we're all under embargo. We can only showcase what Samsung is making once we're officially allowed to go live. And essentially, after the presentations, they usually open up dedicated booths for us to film, get hands-on time, and gather more detailed information about the release. And here you get to see all the colors, all the devices, the new earbuds, you get to see a lot. And you also get to hang out with other friends and people you haven't seen in a while. It's also always interesting to see what the Apple fanboys have to say, so let's take a look.
How do they set it up with like the navigation buttons?
Yeah, I know.
You guys don't want to unbox this shit?
The swipe gestures are so much better. So who here is switching to the Samsung? Yeah, you are? What about you?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, no more iPhone?
No more iPhone.
Okay. What about you, Jones?
Absolutely Samsung for life.
Yeah. What about you, Tosif?
I mean, yeah, of course.
Yeah, you, bro?
Switching back to the 17 Pro Max.
Yeah. All these iPhone
Team Samsung.
sheeps, bro. Look at this sheep. Look at this sheep.
Are you gonna get the remote case for this phone?
Now I'm gonna try to bend the iPhone one.
Are you gonna keep posting the same picture over and over again on Instagram?
No, but look at this though.
Content sheeps.
What are you using? Blockbuster or?
Blockbuster. Yeah, it doesn't look that bad actually.
Coming of age. That's the name.
Oh, it's
Coming
actually
of age,
pretty
bro.
solid.
That's the laptop he's gonna be using.
Oh, romance make you look sexy, man.
Nah, but jokes aside, we spent so much time trying to see what the cameras were all about, and the guys were impressed. I remember Fenson was the one that figured out how to properly use a log this year. We were actually like amazed with what the cameras were able to output at that point. So that's when I went to the hotel and I took the time to unbox this so I could use it. And really, the unboxing experience is nothing special, but I was lucky enough to get the brand new Galaxy Buds Pro 4. I've been dying to try something new when it comes to earbuds, especially because the last pair I used were absolutely insane. The AirPods are genuinely by far my favorite earbuds at the moment. So of course I'm excited to try something that lives in the same ecosystem as the S26 Ultra, an unboxing experience for that phone that really hasn't changed at all. You get the phone, some paperwork, the cable, and of course that oddly satisfying moment of peeling off the screen protector.
Here it is, my new phone for the year. I'm loving it. Turns out that Samsung are gonna take us on a boat tour, and I actually want to start maybe like taking some pictures and doing some comparisons with my S25 Ultra.
Our reps took us around the Golden Gate Bridge in Alcatraz, but on my way there, I was already starting to take some pictures to compare both of my phones. And it's when I realized that the cameras were quite different, where I realized the colors were a bit more true to life. But if you took the time to zoom into these pictures, you'd realize how noise reduction, sharpness, and shadows are handled practically the same. But for the telephoto lens, because weirdly enough, the main lens doesn't output as much detail as it should for the S26 Ultra, which I kind of rather because it makes images look a bit more natural. For the most part, both of these phones have identical camera hardware, but Samsung widened the aperture of the S26 Ultra from 1.7 to 1.4. I also saw some reports suggesting modest adjustments to sensor sizes and lens design to support better performance, because the reality of things is that this phone outputs really nice pictures. That's something we all started discovering on this boat trip. Disclaimer, this is such a rough comparison, and I also took some raw photos and edited them on Lightroom to take a look at the improvements, which honestly, there isn't much there in terms of raw photography, but it really does feel like almost a different camera for regular photos. The colors do pop more on like 80% of the pictures. They seem to have gotten rid of that weird lens smudge the photos seem to produce. One thing I really despised about my S25 Ultra, and hopefully it seems like it has been fixed. Highlights and shadows seem to be handled better, and portrait mode seems like it's more true to life. I also tried some video stuff on this insanely rocky boat. Not gonna lie, I actually almost got seasick. This thing was like rocking us. But yeah, the S26 Ultra introduces new video tech and processing improvements, including better stabilization, which is actually very noticeable. It's also got improved 5x video recording and advanced codecs like APV that preserve quality during editing, which is the number one thing that really surprised us, along with battery life, which was really good for some people, and for others it was like horrible.
Dead.
It's done.
What'd you say? Oh, your battery's done?
Almost done. It's 5%.
How long did it last? Like total?
An hour and a half of screen on time.
Mine's dead. Hour 15.
I picked it up at 53%, I remember. Let's see.
And now what is it at?
36.
What?
I got a dud.
So everyone's been experiencing 20%, and you guys have been like
50. I lost 50%.
Wow.
Yeah, I looked at mine, so it did start at 49. I died at hour 15 minutes, 50%.
I'm at 43% done.
That's just what happened.
Started at 70 though.
I'm at about 45%.
Dark side.
Definitely to be continued as phones take some time to get used to your usage before outputting proper battery life performance.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
I think it looks fantastic.
Yeah, I thought that it looked really good, no? So wait, did you guys get some good, like, are you guys happy with the cameras or just...
I mean, the video looks okay.
Yeah?
I like it.
The video was what?
The video looks good. I think I need to see it on a bigger screen.
Yeah.
But, it looks promising, the log video.
Bro, the video is actually really nice though.
Yeah.
I'll put
I thought
the
your phone was done.
yeah, I charged it.
With what?
A portable charger. I'm the battery dispenser. Oh, that's audio eraser.
Oh, sorry.
That's log though.
Yeah.
Eraser, where's Alex?
Can you put the...
The lot.
Yeah. Oh shit. Oh wow. The standard looks pretty good.
Romance.
Oh, romance looks shit
Oh,
in this
romance
car.
looks nice, no?
Romance looks like a Andres Vidoza video.
Yeah, but it depends on the it depends. Like sometimes it's too much. Like for example, in the car, it's way too much.
Oh,
You
yeah.
dial it down. Be able to dial it down. Yeah, and raise the exposure and then like just shadows and drop the highlights. So that's before,
So that's before?
and that's after. A lot warmer. Well, I just randomly played around. I didn't really.
Interesting.
But like you can do it in the app and no like export time. Like it just saves.
Well,
Yep, that's the impressive part. APV is really impressive to manipulate on the phone. It's actually something I really want to try as I make my way to Finland on Sunday for another campaign. Although not perfect, APV is definitely a step forward into a better camera system compared to last year. I think overall, however, it's to be tested properly, which I will do in my week in the life with the S26 Ultra coming soon.
Not long.
yo. Listen, guys. I still need to like completely put my SIM card into this phone. The issue is that I need to log into all my accounts and everything, and I haven't really had time because I've been mainly spending time testing this camera. You know what? I feel, or we feel actually, all of us, we feel like the camera was sort of very much downplayed within the presentation. So yeah, which is a great thing because the camera is actually quite better. Video with log and APV, we've been doing so much testing and it's very interesting what they're doing. I really like it. It looks very promising. There's still a lot of testing to be done on my end, but it's nothing like the S25 Ultra. They kind of got rid of that weird smudge that happens a lot when the photos are being post-processed or whatever. So I'm very happy with that. But again, this is like a first look, and now I'm all like, oh, I need time with this phone. Like I really do need time. The good news is that I'm leaving Sunday. We're currently Thursday. I'm leaving Sunday to Finland, Sweden, and Norway for a campaign, and I'm going to be shooting a week in the life, so you guys can stay tuned with that. And that's where I'm really going to be putting this phone to the test, like a lot, especially battery life and camera, which are my two main concerns for me to be able to maybe suggest you guys upgrading from the S25 Ultra, believe it or not. I'm very confused now. Yeah, I need to put the phone to the test. I just didn't like how the cameras were like downplayed because there's quite a difference. There's quite a difference between the S25 Ultra and the S26 Ultra when it comes to cameras. And I'm very happy to see these changes. I'm gonna leave it at that. I gotta go grab a flight right now to go back home. And I guess I'll see you guys soon. It's very interesting. Very interesting. I'm liking it.